Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the tarot reading for the year 2016 for the sign of Aquarius. If you have the sun, the moon, or the rising sign in Aquarius, or even if you have a stellium, which is at least 3 planets in the same sign in the sign of Aquarius, then this is the reading for you. I'm going to use two decks. It's 24 cards, each month has two cards, and the decks that I'm using is the Nicoletta, I think it's Ciccoli or Secoli Tarot. She's an Italian artist, and it cost me 23 euros. I'm sorry, yes, 23 euros and 20 cents in a store that I go to in Portugal, Lisbon, called, ESPIRAL. And the second deck that I'm using is the Mini Rider Waite, which I bought in the same store years and years ago, and it cost me 13 euros and 31 cents. It's if you're a tourist and if you like these sort of things, and if you're going to Lisbon anytime soon, it's in the subway, it's the yellow line, and you exit in Saldanha, and you go to Largo Dona Estefânia, and then you ask for Espiral. And it's a store and like a veggie place, a restaurant. It's really fun. So Aquarius, this is the reading for you. If you'd like a personalized reading, please send an email to dunyazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. All the informations are down below in this little box. In January, you have the Three of Cups. These three mermaids really having fun and celebrating something, and Ten of Cups. So in the beginning of the year, in January, there might be some sort of celebration. Maybe you've achieved something, but there's tremendous joy and contentment in your family life. Maybe there's another child, or maybe even the first child. You're celebrating something that fills the whole family with lots and lots of joy. And in February, the cards that came out were the Judgment card, which is a little rose blossoming in the middle of a maze, and then there's this rabbit, and he's coming around with a key, and he's going to liberate the rose. I really like that. And the Two of Pentacles. So there's a transformation in your life. There's a blossoming in your life. There's a new cycle beginning in your life. If you had like a child in the months prior, that would explain that would explain this transformation in your life. And this transformation in new cycle asks for you to be very flexible with money. Not just with money, but be flexible all around. In March, the cards that came out for you were the Hermit card and the Eight of Wands. So maybe in March you're feeling very much alone, but this feeling doesn't last a long time, because maybe at the middle of the month you want things change, you don't feel alone anymore, or you get messages, for instance, but there's some sort of loneliness, or maybe you feel like you need to be alone for you to figure out what will be the next path that you should take in your life, or maybe it's more like a spiritual path. So what will be the light guiding me for the next cycle of my life? The cycle began like in the early in the beginning of the year, January, February, but you're figuring it out in March, what should be like the spiritual values that should guide you, and you figure them out pretty quickly during the month of March. In April, you have the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. So you're resting, maybe you're even ill, which would explain the Hermit card. You're resting, you're even thinking and contemplating, because there's some sort of action that you're avoiding, and you need to reflect first, because you're going to take some sort of action, and it you will defeat someone, or someone will defeat you. It will be some sort of victory, but it will be a half victory. This is not a complete win, or if it's a loss, it's not a complete loss. So you need to rest before you go and face that battle, because you know that you're not gonna win everything. Maybe you're gonna win like 80% of whatever, or there's even a chance of you losing. So you need to prepare yourself, gather your strengths, gather your forces, so you can face this battle, this conflict. Um, in May, the cards that came out for you were the Magician and the Nine of Swords. So, if in April you took some sort, you were a part of a conflict, maybe you didn't, I don't want to say that you lost, but you didn't win fully, and in May you want to take some sort of action, because you want to take your life in a new path. You want to make real some transformation or some desire, but you are unable to take action because you feel guilty, or you feel very stressed, or you feel very sad. Whatever happened in April is influencing the events of May. So you really want to take action. You really want to move forward. You want to, materialize. This is the manifestation card, the Magician. You want to manifest a new life, but you can't, because you're stuck. You're stuck in your head, in your mind, and you're feeling guilty about something. Maybe that battle was unavoidable, but you're still feeling guilty about it in May. In June, you have the king. This is the king. I know it's a doll, but this deck is different. This is the king. It's a little doll raising, yeah, her skirt or her dress, and then there's a bull coming out of her. It's the king of pentacles, or the king of coins, and it's the nine. The other card, it's the nine of pentacles, or the nine of coins. So in June, it's a very practical month. If there is some sort of stress, mental stress, you take practical action, everyday action, and you plan it out very well. And those everyday actions, which are realistic, and they will bear fruit. Now, this could be material fruit. This could be, feeling safe and secure around your financial life. Could be that, but it could also have like an impact on your emotional self, or it's not being stuck in your head. It's feeling safe, feeling some sort of stability, not just outside stability, but inner stability. And this only happened because you took steps, practical everyday steps in your life during the months of June. If maybe to get rid of this, I'm thinking some sort of depression, some sort of negative type of thinking, or if you were in a, let's call it, battle or conflict with someone, you just fully focused on your work, or you might have went to a man or woman in your life who is very practical, from the sign of Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, and asked for his or her advice, and this person told you should do this, this, and this, and you took the advice, and you regained some sort of independence, mental, emotional, and even practical, realistic type of independence, or you made money, or at least you regain some sort of independence. You feel safer. In July, the card that came out for you was the Queen of Pentacles. First you had the King the month prior, and this is the Queen, and then you had the Three of Swords. So this could be read in many different ways. Let's say you took practical steps to change, to be more realistical in June, but this month you're not doing that. Let's say that you were I don't know, maybe a bit sad, some sort of depression, and someone told you, look, you should cut all sugar out of your diet. You should change your diet because Pentacles connects with the earth element. The earth element connects with the body, and sugar messes up your brain. It really does taste wonderfully, and it's great and it's fabulous, but it's not healthy for you. I'm thinking, you see, the Queen of Pentacles, she's having a nice, wonderful ice cream, and you maybe you fall off the wagon and you start, I don't know, eating sugar again, and then you're feeling very depressed, you're feeling very sad again, you go back to that mental stress again, or I'm thinking diabetes. I don't know why I'm thinking diabetes, and but not necessarily something connected with you. Let's say there's a woman in your life, and this could be an elder woman, elderly, motherly figure, could be mother, could even be wife, but I'm thinking more mother, grandmother, and someone who's important to you in your life, and this person might have diabetes, or this person might have like an health problem, health issue, and that's the reason why you're feeling so sad. It could be that, or it could be that you are some sort of leader in your job, in your work, and during the prior month everything was great and wonderful. However, this month some they tell you that maybe they'll take away some of your functions, or they're gonna cut back on your salary. You're feeling betrayed somehow. You're feeling betrayed and you're feeling very sad. In August, the cards that came out for you were the Eight of Swords and the Fool. Let's say you have some sort of emotional problem, some sort of depression, some sort of fear or phobia, because this is being really fearful, really scared. So this little girl dressed as a bunny, she's afraid of the big bad wolf. Let's call it the big bad wolf, like this darkness around her. She doesn't know what lies in the dark. So maybe you have like a weird phobia. Maybe let's say, I'm gonna say something, I don't know. You're really afraid of rabbits, little rabbits. They really scary. Whatever it is, you decide to take action this month and face your fears or face some sort of mental stress in a very new, a new and original way, because you're Aquarius, and Aquarius are always looking for something which is like, which is new and original, some sort of new therapy, you know, a new way of trying to get rid of an old phobia, or even some sort of depression, even a way of thinking in a very negative manner. You want to get rid of it using something new. So it's facing your fears in an original sort of way. In September, the card that came out for you was the World and the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe there's some sort of completion with success, a successful completion, which will lead you to a new beginning in your financial and material life. This might mean even an offering of a new job. Imagine that you complete your course, you complete your college education, and immediately you have a job offering. Or maybe you might even be traveling abroad to get to this new work. So it's a very positive month, September. In October, you have the Strength card, which in this deck is the number 11, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. So again, this is having the strength, and I would say to keep on facing whatever fears you have. You're slaying the dragon, you're killing the dragon. So maybe you started something in August, and you have this feeling that you're finalizing this, getting rid of whatever ailed you, whatever made you feel not, whatever made you feel sick. Could be a negative way of thinking. Could be depression. I keep thinking depression. Could be some sort of phobia, and you're finalizing, ending it with courage, like facing it. And the reward would be, again, material stability. So I don't know, imagine that you're afraid of flying and you got a job offer in September. So you face that fear of flying and you go to the job and you get it, and this job is fantastic, gives you lots and lots of money, gives you more than that, gives you like an increased status outside. People respect you. Let's say you were, I don't know how many years studying for to be a doctor, and now you are viewed as a doctor, as someone who's really well respected. So again, this is a very positive month. In November, you have the hangman, which in this case is a little doll. I call them dolls with two heads, and she is suspended. You can see it in a, I don't know how to say this in English. In Portuguese, we call it baloiço. And the other card that came out was the Queen of Cups. So maybe you'll have to sacrifice something in order to have some sort of emotional stability inside yourself. Maybe you're developing something which is Aquarius is a very non-emotional type of sign. This is generally because you might have like the sun and Aquarius and have like 3 or 4 planets in Pisces, and everything is completely different. So you'd be an emotional person. So, but to me, it's like you're trying to develop uh, more of an emotional side of you, uh, trying to show more compassion and more empathy, but you need to sacrifice something in order to do that. But you'll develop that, and at the same time knowing how to maintain your own barriers, so you will not drown yourself in the problems of others. It could be that, this is a way of interpreting. The Queen of Cups can be very intuitive. She could be like a psychic almost. So this could be also two cards that reflect that, because this is a very spiritual card and this is a very spiritual card. This the Hangman connects with Neptune, and the Queen of Cups could be a woman or a man from a water sign, Pisces, which rules Neptune, Cancer, or Scorpio. So maybe there's like this development of your psychic abilities, I don't know, but maybe in a very controlled manner, and you have to let go of something in order to do that. Or it could have another meaning. It could be that this is also connects with health. Maybe again a woman in your life, a motherly figure. Again, it could be a guy, a man, but I'm reading this more as a woman. A mother, a grandmother, a favorite aunt, even a wife, someone whom you truly loved, might have some health issues. And again, and because these two cards came above it in the month of July, are these two cards, and I mentioned before, diabetes. I just came out. I just thought about it. The issue, the health issue, might have to do with sugar imbalance. I'm thinking diabetes again. I don't know why, but something that might maybe be solved with a dietary type of change, but could be health issues with a woman in your life. In December, the cards that came out for you were the Temperance card and the Five of Pentacles. There's many different ways of reading this. It's like, again, a sort of imbalance in your self-esteem, in the way you feel about yourself, in your emotions. You understand that you need to balance your emotions, and you're trying to do that. But It's some sort of inability to see the bright side of light. You kind of only focus on the negative, maybe because there's some sort of illness affecting someone whom you really love in your family, something that happened in November, and this is really messing up your self-esteem, your emotions, and you feel like, yeah, you're feeling very sad. It could be that, or you're feeling that there's no balance or harmony in terms of money. It could be just money, just connected with money. So maybe you feel that I need to balance more my financial life, but there's so many bills, and I can't just answer to everything. So you're feeling poor, kind of, or it could be something else. It could be like you're trying to. Aquarius can sometimes be diplomatic. You're trying to be diplomatic. You're trying to be the one who solves maybe a conflict between two people, person A, person B, and trying to be like the middleman or the middlewoman, but it doesn't work out and you're feeling excluded. You're feeling like what I say that doesn't matter. Or you're feeling very sad because you cannot make this harmony happen. So there's many different meanings. It's like a so and so year, Aquarius. Try to be positive as much as you can. Again, this is a very general reading. If you'd like a personalized reading just for you, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. Thank you.